Top 10 Fact about the War of Palestine and Israel. 1. Historical roots of the conflict. The conflict dates back to the early 20th century, when both Jewish and Arab nationalist movements were growing in the Middle East, particularly in the region then known as Palestine, which was under British control after World War I. Tensions grew over competing claims to the land, especially as more Jews emigrated to Palestine, fleeing persecution in Europe. 2. The creation of Israel, 1948. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a plan to partition Palestine into two states, one Arab and one Jewish. The Jewish leaders accepted the plan, but Arab leaders rejected it. In 1948, the State of Israel was declared, sparking the First Arab-Israeli War. Israel's creation displaced hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, an event known as the Nakba, Arabic for catastrophe. 3. Palestinian refugees. The 1948 war led to the displacement of approximately 700,000 Palestinians, who fled or were expelled from their homes. Many ended up in refugee camps in surrounding Arab countries. Today, millions of Palestinian refugees and their descendants remain stateless or live in refugee camps, demanding the right of return to their ancestral homes in what is now Israel. 4. Six-Day War, 1967. In 1967, tensions between Israel and neighboring Arab states culminated in the Six-Day War. Israel launched a preemptive strike, and within 6 days, it captured the West Bank, East Jerusalem, Gaza Strip, Sinai Peninsula, and the Golan Heights. This victory dramatically expanded Israel's territory and has been a major point of contention ever since, particularly regarding Israeli settlements in the West Bank. 5. Israeli settlements. Following the 1967 war, Israel began establishing settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, territories that are seen by Palestinians as part of a future independent state. The presence of these settlements, considered illegal under international law by most of the international community, has been a central issue in peace negotiations and a source of ongoing tension. 6. The Oslo Accords, 1993. In the 1990s, the Oslo Accords were signed between Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, aiming to establish a framework for peace and the eventual creation of an independent Palestinian state. The accords led to the establishment of the Palestinian Authority and limited self-rule for Palestinians in parts of the West Bank and Gaza. But the ultimate goals of peace and a two-state solution have not been realized. 7. Gaza Strip and Hamas. The Gaza Strip has been a hotspot in the conflict, especially after Hamas, an Islamist political and militant group, won elections there in 2006. Israel, citing security concerns, imposed a blockade on Gaza, severely restricting movement and trade. Hamas and Israel have fought multiple wars since, with rocket attacks, airstrikes, and significant casualties on both sides. Gaza remains under Hamas control and is one of the most densely populated and impoverished places in the world. 8. Jerusalem's status. Jerusalem is one of the most sensitive issues in the conflict. Both Israelis and Palestinians claim it as their capital. Israel controls the entire city and has declared it as its undivided capital, while Palestinians seek East Jerusalem as the capital of a future Palestinian state. The city's religious significance to Jews, Muslims, and Christians adds another layer of complexity. 9. International involvement. The conflict has drawn global attention and intervention. The United States has historically been a close ally of Israel, providing it with significant military and economic support, while many Arab and Muslim-majority countries have backed the Palestinian cause. International organizations, including the United Nations, have passed numerous resolutions concerning the conflict, often condemning Israeli settlement expansion and calling for peace negotiations. 10. The two-state solution. The most widely supported solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is the creation of two states, one for Israelis and one for Palestinians, based on the 1967 borders. However, ongoing violence, settlement expansion, and political divisions between Palestinian factions, like Fatah in the West Bank and Hamas in Gaza, have made this solution elusive. Despite decades of talks, a comprehensive peace agreement has not been achieved. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't miss the bell icon for more updates.